Welcome back to Supreme Commander Forge Lions. We got another ranked game coming up between two very good players. This is on Roanoke Abyss, and in the top section we have Voodoo as Aeon, and in the bottom we have Chin Sai as Seraphim. And these two players are very good. They're playing the two most logical factions for this map, so expecting a good game. So Chin Sai going first land, Voodoo also going first land. Looks like a lot of power, and then air. So this map is very big, lots of islands that you can fight over. It's very difficult to play. I like it because you can tech up a lot and you can have huge naval fights, so I like it for that. But at the same time, air is also very important, so it's a tough balance. And you need to get the islands very quickly, so it's very difficult to hold on to map control because anything can happen. So nothing too ridiculous from either player, just getting their engineers. Chin Sai also going to go second air, but with quite a bit more power. That's because he's going to get early mass from the big rocks. And it looks like Voodoo is faster with these two engineers than these two, but he hasn't gone for these, and so Chin Sai is ahead here. So even in terms of expansion so far. Both players about to take their first island. And a scout from Chin Sai, the first air unit. While Voodoo making a transport as his first air unit, so he's going to try to get one of the islands with this. It's a good move. So Chin Sai is going to scout. And he's going to send a bomber in this direction, but Voodoo has ambitious plans. He wants to drop there and there, so he wants to take two islands. So Chin Sai with his bombers is going to try to deny expansions, but that's going to be very difficult. I doubt that he will kill this engineer before it gets the mechs. And Voodoo protecting his expansion with an interceptor. Now he just needs to get a factory and he'll be in good shape. Chin Sai with his bombers everywhere, scouting. He doesn't see an expansion here. Now the first naval factory of the game, and Chin Sai already ahead in that, so he has his naval factory up. But this is a sneaky drop and it gets in, so if Voodoo just gets a factory, he can steal one of the islands. And he's going to take this one as well, so Voodoo definitely with an advantage in map control. However, it's hard to give an advantage at this point, although if I had to, I think I'd give it to Voodoo. He's now on 4 islands. Chin Sai is still on 1. He's only about to get his second, so. But good work here. Denies this island, so now Voodoo is on 3. However, he still has to worry about this. It doesn't look like he knows about it because he's sending an engineer over there, so a bit unfortunate. Looks like there might be a challenge for this small island. These islands are not that critical. They only have 1 mass extractor, but they're really big islands, so you can use them to build factories and stage drops and stuff like that. They're great for secret navies if you got a few factories here and you made your navy over here. So now Voodoo gonna retake this island. So once again, it's 4 islands against 2. Well, this one might get a challenge, but it's a little bit late for that with so much being produced. The only thing that could really win right now is if there was some Tech 2 point defense. It looks like Chin Sai is going to get this. but Voodoo has plans to take these 3 islands. So really Voodoo is expanding better so far, and Sai is coming in, but he's going to find things that he doesn't like. And he still has no idea that there is stuff here, and now he's just going to find out. He knows exactly what's going on. He realizes that he's behind in map control, and he needs to do something about that. And now he's discovered the factories that have been building here. So Voodoo with more success on the main islands, but Sai with the middle islands, and if you can control all of these, it's the same as controlling almost the same as controlling one of these. So you can almost count this as a 7th island if you can control all of them. Looks like Voodoo's in a position to take this one back. So it's basically 4 islands against 3 if you think about it that way. So it's pretty even in terms of map control, but Voodoo definitely has more mass extractors. Looks like a scout found this mechs. It's not that amazing. The frigate will take care of it. And what Voodoo can do now is he can just go to Aurora spam and just start sending them across. That's an advantage that Aeon have. Well, Seraphim also has, so it's not really an advantage since Seraphim can use their floating arty. Couple Tech 2 mass extractors, Voodoo with Tech 2 air. Lots of power, so he's in good shape. Let's take a look at Sai's base. Still Tech 1 everything. Nope, he's got Tech 2 Navy. So Tech 2 Navy can make this very interesting, because if he can get naval control and he can hold off Voodoo's air, then he can definitely take back one of his islands. It doesn't look like Voodoo is caring too much about his navy. He has quite a few Tech 1 naval factories, but Sai is the one who's chosen to go Tech 2. Now Tech 2 power, that's something that Voodoo doesn't really... Oh, well, no, now he's just starting it because he was relying on the Tech 1. He's got 4 of them planned. Now some raiding Auroras. And the islands, some of them have been killed, but it looks like Sai is going to control 2 of them, Voodoo 1. And in terms of the outside islands, definitely Voodoo with an advantage, I think, except for this one. So some skirmishes. This is basically a scout. He's going to see all the naval factories. He's going to know. Has he seen the Tech 2? That's the question. No, he hasn't. So he doesn't know that Voodoo has Tech 2 Navy. And that could be a problem for him. So some more naval skirmishes. So Voodoo definitely with more naval units. It's just going to come down to whether this destroyer can even that out. And he is making another destroyer, which is almost done. So now the Aurora is moving out onto the water. This is a pretty big force here. And so there's going to be a naval engagement here. You need to send the Tech 1 ahead and keep the destroyer back. It's a standard way to do this. But now it looks like everything. Well, in this situation, there's just more units for Chin Sai, so he can do pretty much whatever he wants and still win the fight. But this is good stuff here. Some are trying to get through, but they're going to meet a destroyer and some Tech 1, so that's not going to help. And now some Tech 2 moving down across the water. And it's not clear what's going to happen because there is a lot of arty, so with proper micro, Voodoo will destroy all this, but without micro, Chin Sai will definitely hold on. So it's going to come down to whether the players are paying attention to see who's going to take this. It looks like Voodoo just wants to move around, so I expect all this stuff to die since he's just moving in a straight line. But now he changed his mind, so now he's paying attention. It's a very important fight. It's going to determine whether or not Shinsai can have even one expansion. And all of the Aurora's moving down, but I don't expect them to do much with a destroyer in the area. But a lot of gunships from Voodoo, they're avoiding the cruiser and then they come around and try to attack the base. In the meantime, Voodoo cleans up on the naval units here at his base. Yeah, I don't see how this Aurora force is going to do anything except create a lot of nice wrecks in the water. But these gunships are a real problem. They're going to swing around and they might actually be able to do something here because Voodoo has complete air control. I don't see any air units from Shinsai at all. So he needs to bring the cruiser around. Where is it? Why is it up here? It needs to be back at the base. And yeah, we could be looking at the end of the game right here. Yeah, and this expansion has been lost, and so hopefully this game was a nice demonstration of what happens if you don't get map control on a big map. There's just no way back for Shinsai now. And he throws in the towel and leaves. So hopefully people enjoyed this one.